It says we're live. Please tell me you can hear me. I'm just getting that chair's getting creaky and creakier. I'll get some oil on it. So please just let us know that you can hear me. Say yay or nay. Oh, right. Come on, update. We have to just wait a minute, guys. It says I'm live for 20 odd seconds and there's been a grand total of 2 in the chat, 3 in the chat. Yay, so Jasmine has said we are good to go. So guys, yeah, it's going to be random. We've got one person in now to celebrate hitting 30,000. So I thought I would do a spontaneous live, just having a little chit chat with you guys. And if anyone's got any questions and things about any of the videos or just about the community or out in general, I will answer if I feel like it. So yeah, you're a pretty important one person. Oh, we're up to 12 now. It's just rocking. That's what you get for being spontaneous. But I don't care. One person in the chat, many of them. Wouldn't it be good if you could, like, you know, and then anyone coming in using their own connection? You know what I mean? It'd be so brilliant. So yeah, I'm going to start. I'm just going to quickly go over why I decided to make this. It's been random. So Joe Cool's in house, Experimental, Elemental, Marcus Phoenix, Time Q, Celador, also Jasmine B, and myself, and there'll be some more people, and I'll give you a shout out when I'm coming in. But we've just hit 30,000 subscribers. MALL, LN, Leanne Bowling or Bowling. Hello. So what it is, for over, let's say, I'll be generous, a year and a half, I've been stuck on 29,700 and something odd. And YouTube have constantly, every time I've posted a video, they've deducted me subs. So I've been on this frozen scenario for over a year and a half. I've not gaining, and a lot of people who make content will be telling you the same. It's just been frozen. And it was just strange. The last month or two, I think I went on Ben's channel and the Occult Rejects, and that boost has just basically smashed the algorithm to let me hit the 30,000k subscribers. So I think that's a big deal considering who I am. And I just want to appreciate and say a big thank you to everyone who's helped me in that journey, because some of you have been here since the beginning, some of you joined in the What the Flock era, and some of you then just rejoined when I've returned to the Black OG research your name. So I really do appreciate all the people in the chat. It is, people don't give you enough shout outs. So we've got Alchemine or Alquime 88 first. Oh, first, is that first? I've not seen you in a while. Martin Ellen. Who else we've got? Oh, wait up. And some random advertisement just went over the chat. You can see this computer is doing its toll. So we've got Joe Cool. We have Jasmine B, Marcus Phoenix or Phoenix, Mellow Yellow, Cowardly Cucaracha. Love the name. And anyone else who's not decided to say anything in the chat, come on, you get a shout out. Deanne Trueblood, Kazim Bridges. So it's just weird, isn't it? I've been on this Art Matters. Yeah, it's crazy. 30k. Never thought I'd hit that at the beginning. I mean, when you hit 29,700, you think, oh, I'm going to hit 30k pretty well. But over a year and a half ago, they just locked me out. They've basically hid the channel, and it's very hard to get any subscribers. Considering I used to get quite a lot monthly, I'm getting now, like, it's saying like 100 a year. So it's crazy what they're doing to us. But yeah, Experimental Elemental said something really good. Shout out to the lurkers. Gareth Turner, JJ in the house. So yeah, when you hit 30,000, it's just another milestone that anyone in the right mind never thought you'd get to. You have the 1K, 5K, 10K, and then 20K, 30K. And considering it's just me, it's just a crazy world that we live in, that you get so many people. I don't know, a lot of the accounts would have gone, but it's still an honor for you guys giving me time in the day. So what do we want to talk about? That's why I just want a quick random chit chat. Time Q seller. If I could hit 100,000, I'd be shocked. I would say I would be bawling great time I get there, but I'm already there. So who knows? Emma Bridges in the house. Gorilla Glue. Who else? Sir Foros. Hello. So it's mad about where we all come from, isn't it? I mean, I've got people from the UK here, people from the States, Canada, anyone else that you guys just give yourself a shout out where you're from. It's always good to know where a lot of people. I think when I look at my statistics, if they're accurate, because it's all down to if people are filming accurately. The demographics of my area. I just want to, because you guys never really know where people come from. It says, there you go. That's just a random one on the phone. As you can see, it says 55% United States, 15% United Kingdom, and 4% Canada, and the rest is just little. So it looks like I'm not well liked in England. And you Americans have more of an open mind. So experimental. Hey, Glastonbury. I forgot that you were down there. And you got Florida, you got Memphis, Tennessee, you got London, Charlotte, Truth is Natural Law, JJ Recon. I think Gareth said he was in France. Yep. Flocker for life. Aussie land. Well done, Lucy. I don't know what time it is over there. Dallas, Texas. Swansea. South Wales. That's where a lot of some of my ancestors from South Wales. Richmond, Surrey. There you go. You're posh, Marcus. Dordogne, France. So if anyone wants any questions of anything, if I can try and remember, because I do a lot of videos, you know what I mean? It's like, goes over my head. No, Ruben, hello, by the way, but I think it's only 100,000 you get your first plaque. I think it may be silver. I don't know if it was 50,000 or 100,000. I swear it's 100,000 you get a silver one. I think. Jasmine's from Montgomery, Texas. Thank you for liking that video, and you're from Scotland. Oh, it's brilliant when you see so many people from everywhere, and you got a Norway in the house. A Pole in Norway. So I'm just going to have random things. So if people's wondering what I'm doing, I've actually started on the second one of the book, and I've got a few other things I want to do. So I thought, I may as well just get this book out of the way. And that's why I did the poll. I thought when you look at it, CD Chris is from New Zealand. Let's give him a shout out. So you have 104 pages, and the chapters. I thought, yeah, it's going to be about 2 hours. You start talking about one thing, you need 5-10 minutes. So that's why I put the poll. So what I'm going to do, guys, if anyone who's not watched it yet, I'm going through this book. I'm just giving you a brief description of what they say in the book. And then I'm just talking about anything random that it comes to from when I look at this. And I'm actually started on the crosses now. And you know what? While people have come, I'm going to give you a little quick little teaser of what one of the two I've talked about. So if you see, you have to pretend in your head, because I haven't got the graphics with me. So as you can see, you have the Latin cross there, the Crux Ordinaria, and then you have St. Peter's Cross, which we've been talking about, in a few recent videos. Now, I was just talking about, how we mirror things and reflect. people talk about as above, so below, and the images like that. I thought if you put that mirrored on top of that, what do you get? And to me, when you see it, it looks like the squatter man. So I thought that was rather wow. And he also anticipated people going, oh, that's a far-fetched, that, Paul. That no way does that cross look like a squatter man. It wouldn't do that. And then you come across further in the book little images of, oh, look, you know. So it's like this medieval people were thinking like me. And then you've even got old coins who've done the same. So it's I'm enjoying doing that. Hot cross buns. I had one of them today, actually. Max was big in the house. The squatting man. Yeah, that's what I thought, you know, a random reflection. And these go into quite a lot of crosses. There's a lot of pages on it. You know what I mean? So I just, you know, when things come to me, like, you know, like I said, I've just finished today the towel cross and a little bit on that in the video today, but I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go a bit spontaneous and just go live out the blue. People like shit the bed. What's this? Paul's gone live. What's up with him? But you can just see how I just like intriguing, and we all have a different opinion. Just look at the chat now. So many people got so many opinion on what they see, and that's brilliant. You know what I mean? And that's what basically the channel was created for, having a different opinion and just respecting that. You know what I mean? I mean, inside you might thinking Paul loony, start raving mad, but you're respectful and just keep, you know, biting your lip sometimes if you don't agree with things. I mean, gone are the days where you could just have a good, honest discussion. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to go try and get through the chat, and if anyone comes in, I will. London McLovin's in the house. And your Jetsamen just put Jetsamen. Always appreciate a shout out to these people that do that. You know what I mean? It's humbling, and it's appreciative. Might get your band or something, but I do appreciate a good shout out. Yeah, Roberto Annie's thongs is in the house. So it's just crazy, isn't it, how we've all been stuck. And when I'm talking to other YouTube creators, we a lot of us are going through this, and I just have to say, listen, it really is down sometimes, because one, if we're honest, guys, it's not about the numbers, but it is about the numbers and the subscribers, because it's like, yeah, people's watching me, you know, you have to be honest. You can't lie saying, well, it's not about the numbers, guys. It is, because it helps when you're down in the dumps and you put in the video on, you've just got one view, you know, and you've worked a lot on the video, it's deflating. But if you've had 1,000 views, you're like, wow. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it gives you energy, and it gives you excitement to carry on. It gives you the fuel, like I've talked about it. So when people, channel creators, say they're not bothered about numbers and views, they're lying. Just be honest like me and say it is a part of it. It's not essentially it, because you do get to a point like maybe when you just know they're messing around with your channel on the numbers, so you just keep going on and do video by video. And I understand that, like Jets remember talking about, the information shows too much for the majority. It is. It's just different. It's just a different opinion that will resonate with you sometimes, but not always. But it's just information I found. So, for instance, I call us all code breakers. So if you're in a room full of code breakers, you have your own unique way of breaking a code down. Which way suits you. So this is basically what I do. A topic comes into my head, I look at it, and where the patterns show me, I put on the video. It's not like I believe in this 100%. It's not. It's about showing you the journey that I've been on to research a topic and seeing what weird things and anomalies that I can show in the video. Some of them will make sense. Some of them will look like made up as such, because it's made up in here. It's just how you get to the. There we go. Rob's shamelessly plugging his channel. There we go. So he's talking about dark side of spirituality at 7 p.m. Give him a follow. If anyone wants a channel, just shouting out, just put in a hashtag or something, and gives me a shout out, and I'll shout you out. I don't have any moderators anymore because of things happened last year, but I don't mind giving you a shout out. And if you want to about law and different things, Jetsaman's your guy. Oh, Vertex in the house. Not saw you in a while. Gareth Turner, can't watch one of your videos or sent me off on a week. It's just, that's all I want to do, because again, that's a good analogy. Weavers, just like the norms, we're weaving. And I do it a specific way, and you guys have your own method of weaving, and that's how you see it. You know what I mean? And that's why I've done this video, this signs book, because you will see a sign, you thought, wow, that does resemble and remind me of that, and it's totally different because we see things differently. And don't forget London McLovin or whatever. What's your other channel called again? You have another one, don't you? If you've been naughty, just put that in as well, and I'll give that a shout out. You also got Joe Cool and JJ Organics channels as well, and anyone else, please just put you on a shout out. That's what I've been talking about recently, and what I'm talking about in this realm is alive for the story. It's what is it when they call? See, it goes out my head. Actors, when script, it's all a script. So you've got, life is just scripts, and you'll come in, and life will give you that script. But there's also been all the other scripts written, and if you look into the Nordic tradition, where you have the norms, which are the weavers, the fates, they say everything is out there, and it only becomes like, what's the word, now, like living whatever part of you when it gets clipped off the tree. So it's like when you grabbing the script. So everything can be out there, good, bad scenarios. Who's in charge of your existence of going left and right? Because there's a lot of people who've gone left once, and something bad happened. If they'd have gone right or straight, it wouldn't have happened. It's like a weird thing of like what life is. But everything is out there ready for us, and we just have to grab it. And that's why they say we have to grab life by the balls sometimes if we want something. Magda Star, Just JP, Harmony, Joe Foster. Some very smart people on my chat. Astrotheologue. I've got new glasses, but I don't seem to be working. People are talking about cults. I'm just going to scroll down. Jetson, did you watch the Fallout show on Prime? I did. And I don't think they did too badly. It's not specific to a game, because you have the different Fallout games. But they're like using the universe as such, and I really did enjoy it, better than I thought, because they do balls up a lot of these things by trying to go to, but yeah, I did enjoy it. I'm looking forward to the other series and seeing where they go and what else they're bringing in. Because as you know, that there is from Fallout. For many, many years, I'm an avid gamer, don't deny it. People saying I'm a Mason because I've got a foot of Nuka-Cola. It's just from a game. You know what people are like, they see things in anything. But yeah, I'm glad they made the show. No, I can't say that word. I'm a Herefordite. I always have problems with that one. No, I can never. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I just go blank on certain words, even basic words, because of my dyslexia. It's like I know what I'm saying in my head, but my mouth doesn't say it. But like that. So yeah, a lot of you have been with me from the beginning. Some of you have just joined. And if people just want a quick roundup of how I've become what I am, I used to be in a lot of the communities. I used to be quite out there. I used to be known by many names. The meme man, because I used to make a lot of memes. A lot of my memes you guys have used, would have used, have gone viral, super viral. And no one knows it's me. Even today, someone off Twitter was using one of my old memes and said, hey, it's one of my old memes. You know what I mean? So people use it. It's funny that a lot of my stuff's been used in a lot of videos. You don't know it's from me. You do if you watch me, because I have my own unique style. But yeah, viral memes, poems, quotes, you name it. I've done it, and they've gone viral. I've been lucky enough to go viral. I don't make as much memes as I used to. Ben's in the house. You know what's funny? I should have done it. But I'm not that bad. I've logged out of your StreamYard, Ben. I clicked on my StreamYard, and because last time I went use StreamYard, I went live, obviously on Ben's channel, and my computer remembered it. So I've just logged out, because obviously if I click go live, it would have been going live on your channel. People are thinking, what is going on? But I was tempted. The mischievous in me was very, very tempted to go live on your channel. But you know what I mean? That would have been a bit tight. Hello, and welcome to the Black Sheep. No longer the archivist or analog. I was going to say Ben's gone for a wank, but you know, some people just don't have humour anymore. My humour is very bad at times. And if anyone wants to know or wants to buy a good thong, see my friend Roberto of Stoic Knights of Malta. He has a good thong. Do you know he actually, when he farts, he does the do you know the Clint Eastwood jingle? You know that sound by that guy. That's what he does. So he can fart a tune. Can Roberto? Ginger Grin's in the house, and Ginger Grin has been with me since day one. Don't know why, but she has. So if anyone's wondering, yeah, I originally was ostracized in the community who's been too open-minded, and I was the devil, the dark lord, and I was the black sheep. So what I generally do is, you know what, I'm the black sheep, I'm going to create a channel. So I'll create the Black Sheep Researcher. And eventually I got up to like 15,000 or 17,000, and YouTube came down on me deleting videos and giving me strikes. So I thought, you know what, I have to start another channel. I created What the Flock TV, but my heart was always been with the Black Sheep. So I come back to the Black Sheep. Tony T's in the house, Slick Dissident, Green Eyed Cow. Here now, Rad. You know what? It would be so funny. I mean, sometimes people say I'm too polite and I don't big myself up enough. The content I do, I believe it's good, but it's, you know, it has particular taste. And when you look at other channels and you look at even the people in the chat who's got less than me, we should have more than we have. So it's YouTube just playing with us, playing with the figures. But you know, sometimes it's just nice to have a little bit of backing from, well, you guys have had me back, but you know what I mean. That's why I always say, if you're lying in when you say it's not about the views and having good people in chat. It's not. It's lying. You need good people. You need to have people sharing your stuff to go against the algorithms. And it's crazy. When I started this, I can't remember how many years ago. It might be 5 or 6 years ago. Some of the topics I was doing, I mean, Ginger Grin will know in the chat, I was doing stuff on the Sun Simulator and things like this, and I was getting called out by the community. And now you see it everywhere, and people are going about how they've just discovered it. It's like we were talking about this topic years and years and years ago, just giving you a different perspective on anything, and people forget. You know what I mean? So it's just a mind blow. But yeah, you do need to see a little bit of, you know, if you've got people viewing, because when you put a lot of work into this, for instance, I minute free time, seriously, of what I have to do, and then I've got my children and that, so I don't have much free time, and I go exercise and do gym and different things. Sometimes you just don't want to do a live, you just don't want to do your video, but it's a lot you've put in. But a lot of people work harder than me. Life is hard. So you just need people saying, you know, come on, Paul, well done, Paul. It helps. That's why I say to people, it really does help to have people just taking time out of the day and leaving a comment if YouTube let you read it. See, Ginger Grin has been there from like 10 subscribers, something really ridiculous like that. So, you know, I've known her for a very, very long time, and we've aged. I don't know if I had a bit of brown in my beard when you first watched. It's going. So people just ask general questions or anything, or give you a shout out. I don't mind giving anyone a shout out. Yeah, a lot of people were having problems. Like last week, they were having 2 people in a chat, and thousands have gone off in chats. I've never had thousands in my chat, but you know, yeah. I just wish more and more people were open and honest. Like, if you doing this to make money, say it. I'm here to make money, but I love the intrigue of learning. That's what people should do. There's no harm in it. You have to put a lot of work and effort into a channel. Very rare, unless you know, yeah, part of the agenda to get serious, you know, subscriptions. Chief Pontiac, you know what I mean? It is hard work, and that's why I always say to people, do it, but behold, Zendra Kenwood's in the house. I don't know. No, I had a shade, but you know, it was more. You could see little follicles, and I think I had a bit of brown or black in it. Those were the days. I wonder if how far you can actually go back on your channel without deleting. I think you would have to go. If anyone wants to see some of the old stuff, you can always go to Odyssey and type in the Black Sheep Researcher, because that was from the old days. Really, really old days. Can I just show you it live on I keep meaning to update it, but I just don't have enough time. Right, let me have a look. Let's type in the Black Sheep Researcher. This is, you know, really good. You guys taking out time for your day for me to look at my phone, but I want to show you images. It might be on there. Yeah, there was a good thing. that Ginger Green's on about. In the lockdown, I did a live or a video asking people how they are coping in the lockdown. Would be helpful, Paul, if you spelt it right. Yeah, you know, it's so crazy looking back on the videos that I've done that, you know, I always meaning back to go back to doing the bank videos. I really enjoyed that. Vertex asking, what do you think of the red heifers? If that's the sheep or cows, that's about it. I don't really do stuff like on that type of thing. I mean, I always find stuff when I investigate, but yeah, can't find. I was just trying to show you guys my early stuff. You know what? I'm gonna there it is. Let me if I can click up here, I can actually show you live on screen, can't I? If I get it. But yeah, it's funny when people have been with you for like 5, 6, 7 years, and it's like, wow. Only at read to this content. See, some of the videos I've gone and I need to edit and put back on. Oh wow, I don't know if I should show you guys the cringing. Right, let me get StreamYard on. Are you ready to see, guys? I'll see if I can share. Right, present. Share screen. Right, should be on the screen now. This is the black sheep on Odyssey, and you can see I'm a lot thinner. A lot thinner. But some of the stuff, you know, these are like 5, 6 years ago, these videos. And see, you can see 5 years ago I was talking about the Sun Simulator, collective consciousness, Sun and Sam Simulator, chemtrailing, pre-flood trees. See, talking a long time ago. See, I was even talking about Unity back in the day, the crystal firmament theory. So, can we click on and see if we can? I didn't even have the picture back then. I didn't even have a computer. This is one of the first videos he ever did. So you can see there, guys. So you can see, very youthful. Like I said, I've aged so much because of stress and under. I'm surprised I'm still here. But yeah, so you can less grey, yeah, less grey. But you know what I mean? You can see some of the stuff I've been talking about for a long time. And I don't say I'm the first to talk about it, if anyone's wondering. I'm just after saying, you know what? You can see I've been talking about these things for a long time. So if you actually do want to like look at the really, really embarrassing stuff, just go to Odyssey and type in the Black Sheep Researcher. You will see stuff that is not nowhere but anyone else. But I have a lot of topics that some of them I'll get back into. I can actually put on this channel. You know what I mean? So it's intriguing what you can see. And some of the t-shirts were bad. Some of the t-shirts were really bad. So like 4 years ago, I started to just try and put a bit more work into it. But I've got videos on the circumpuncture I need to re-edit. I used to talk about Disney a lot, CERN a lot. I've done a lot. Some of them that I really, they're faster how you're making them, and the writing's too fast. It's just you get used to it and you learn. All I would say, people, and don't take this the wrong way, keep talk of archaics off the channel. I don't get involved in any of that. I just I want to talk about you, me, where you think it's going to go, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, no, everyone's a blessing because people have shared work. People, I've had comments from people and messages from people that when they tell people about the channel, they get blocked, and all the channels don't want it. Why? Because it's just a different opinion. I don't mind shouting you guys out for your channels. We should we're here together. You know what I mean? We're here for everyone. Yeah, I just love you guys, and I appreciate that hard work, because sometimes I'm hard to watch. Sometimes I get excited. I talk too quick. You've been patient. Because I've looked back at some of the things, and I'm like, I can see it. You know what I mean? But you've stayed with me. You persisted, and I do try and listen to different things. I ain't perfect. Far from it. And as a channel, I do like to just keep out of all the drama. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not one to say, "Oh, if you follow this person, you follow this person." But I'm not. So I think what you guys do on other channels is up to you. You're an adult. I'm an adult. You know what I mean? So when you come in and you're respectful towards me and the people in the chat, that's what it stays. That's what I've pretty much done for the last years. I've had channels fighting each other, coming into here and leaving at the door and being respectful. And I give anyone a shout out. You know what I mean? It's just I don't think. Well, maybe I'm not English, by the way. Well, I don't know what this is. Yeah, I was born in Gibraltar, which obviously is part of Britain. But yeah, I've moved about, so I have that many accents inside of me. But yeah, I am hard to understand. But you are like when you live up north of sorts, aren't you? You do have that little, you know what I mean, the little thing. Yeah, so what it is I just like people to leave whatever problems they have, no pun intended, at the door. So you leave it at the door, you come to the chat, and you enjoy, if you can, if you can understand it, whatever I'm producing, showing, trying to get out there. And then you can go back to hating each other and fighting it as soon as you get out. That's cool. That's life. I'm not here to tell people how to live your life. I ain't perfect. I just want to come online and enjoy people's company. That's just it. You know what I mean? And I've had people. That's why I don't have any moderators. People are wondering what's happened. I don't know who it was. I've got a good judge of who it is. But last year, or the year before, because time flies, people were getting blocked. Now people have left and don't watch me anymore because I've unblocked these people. Now, like I've said, leave everything at the door, and if people gets blocked, you say, listen, it was me, and I'd have unblocked them, everyone would have carried on. But people were going back onto my live chats what happens is, if you go back into your old videos and you have a live chat replay, you can block people in that and it doesn't come up. So what people do is, or did, they were going back to this and they were blocking loads of people and they're not telling me, because these people fell out with other people that they were watching. Now, to me, that really hurt me, because I'm assuming I'm a decent guy to talk to and just say, listen, Paul, I've blocked these people, and give an explanation, and and then let me judge if those people should be blocked. You know what I mean? People were just using my channel to block people, and this is my house. So if we all have a house, we all have a house, or you live in trailers or different things, because people live in different things, that is your castle. Now, when you invite someone in, like I've invited you guys today to watch this video, I don't know why you've come, but to 60 odd it's come, I appreciate you, thank you, and you're welcomed in. So when people come into my house, and it's like if other people, then guests were coming in, throwing people out of my own house without even saying anything to me. It's sneaky, yeah. And I was upset. I was like, people are being nice to me, treating me with respect, and that happens. It's like people don't understand what they did. And these people I've never seen again in my chats. And, people have their own ways, and as we know, channels are fighting as we speak, but you come here, you leave it at the door. And that's it. That's all. How hard's that? If you were then if someone's invited you into your home and then you started effing them blind and treating them like shit, like people do, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't. So why come into other YouTubers' platforms and start giving it this about other things? You wouldn't do it in real life. Don't be, people called keyboard warriors, just don't do it. Have a laugh. If you want to fight outside. I plan on doing something with Wayne soon. We've just had unforeseen circumstances, like with Radon. Obviously, his dad died and different things, and we always get busy and to work, but we do have something planned. And it's very hard to not do drama. Don't do drama. It's very hard. I mean, there is Joshua Matthew. Welcome. Sixes. And again, people are just talking about the news and what's going on. That's cool. You can do that. But you know what I mean? I don't want people start, oh, well, I'm on this camp and that camp, and they start attacking each other, because you're leaving me in a position. What do we do? You know what I mean? What you put me into a position where, do we have to take people out? You know what I mean? It's you just you're not respecting coming in here. So I'm not having a go at anyone. I'm just thinking, before it starts getting, people yay, people nay, and then it starts on other people, and people want, and then you know what I mean. So that's what I try to be a safe space as people talk about it. So yeah, this was just a quick live, just to say thank you to anyone who's bothered to support me. It's been mad crazy 5, 6, 7 years of creating content. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm just humbled. You know what I mean? And I do have an ego. I do lie, because I'm human. But I don't want people to think, oh, well, I'm nothing. I'm just like you guys. People want to put themselves on pedestals and be seen as that person. I'm not. I'm just like you. I just like looking at cool shit, and I like putting things together and seeing what putting things together creates. It is. And I've got my own feelings, like you guys, but I keep it to myself and close people. I'm not here to create drama. You know what I mean? I could say a lot of things, but then again, when you create content and then you keep creating content, you do get an ego. You do. You just have to be honest. You get an ego, because we've all got an ego. So that's when people said they don't do this or they don't do that. It is when you've worked hard on something and then someone comes along and goes, well, that an hour video I could have done in 7 minutes. It's like, and it's a load of crap. It's like, is there actually any need for saying that? Because if you, like I've said many times, if you are what's classed as a truther, which remember, if you watch my content, showing you what the truth actually means, it's not what you think it is. So you're fighting over something that's not actually real. And then if you think about it, it's to cause divide and conquer. Hello. I'm not singing. I'm a bad singer. But yeah, and people always ask, where do you see myself? I'm just doing video to video, because like most Unichat, I'm just sick of the drama. I'm sick of, and there is a lot of bots, but the strange thing is that some of these are real people, and that's a scary thing. You know what I mean? So I just want to create content that I find intriguing. Sometimes if I find it intriguing, you may find it intriguing, but you will always say something that I miss, because you can't put it in a video. It's like when we see they do a video and someone says, well, you did not include that. It's like, do you want the video to be 3 days, 5 weeks, 62 hours long? You can't put everything in the video, and you forget a lot. I will make a video, and I've got my notes when I do a video, but you do it, complete it, and you put it in live, and you premiere it, and then you'll see. Sorry to use her as an example, but Experiment Elemental show is good for creative. Then she go, I see that, and I'm like, look down, and there's my notes. Like, I had that in it, and I forgot to put it in. But we get to that scenario where if people don't believe you, you know what I mean? Oh, I edit my notes. Really? Pinocchio. You know what I mean? So it's just so funny. But it is Magnus Star. It's just, why do people say they've not got one? Everyone has. I don't know if would people. Here's a quick poll for anyone in the chat. Just put yay or why or no. Do you think ego is a male thing, or do you think it's both? So you can either put yes, I think it's a male thing. No, it's not. Or you can put both people have ego. See what people think, because I don't know. Both. Some people say. Because sometimes I was just always wondering, is being ego, is that just a male thing? Like beating your chest, primal thing. We all want it, and the ladies are more reserved. That's always an intriguing thing, isn't it? But it's just crazy how we look at things. It's like when I was talking on, I can't remember who I was talking to. Maybe the random lives that I join sometimes on people's channels, like out of the blue. But when you're looking at people talking about gayer, if you actually break the word down, it's not female. It's talking about a phallus, and Giannis's oldest name. You know what I mean? So it's intriguing, just like if you do look at things, what you can find. And that's why I always break different words down, because it's a spell. And people will always trying to tell you that you're wrong. Why are they trying to tell you wrong? Because you get that little bit in you that they want to fight. So there's always some stuff that I need to re-edit and bring back, or look at again. What was funny is, when I was talking about in one of my videos, I can't remember what it was about, not long ago, and was talking about how emotions are tied to the weather. I've actually did a video 5 years ago called the Tempest Equation. And I keep meaning to redo that, because it was intriguing, because I was talking about how the weather affects us, and that, the weather systems put in place to teach us emotions, or to manipulate the emotions with frequency. It's just an intriguing, because I've just got, like I said, I'm just looking at the old page, and if you want to go and watch it, it is on that thing. But yeah, It's just amazing how we look and go back. And I mean, if people want honest opinions on different things, I will, but I won't get into drama and people specific. I'll say random. Like there is I believe the community has never been a community of sorts. There's groups, there's cliques, you know, and there's people who can navigate different cliques, stay under the radar, and there's some people who associate. It's like them old days, you know, when you're in a school and your friend comes up to you, right, I don't want you to talk to Jimmy because I fell out with him. That's not being a friend. You're putting that person under position then of like, well, if I don't say I'm not friends with him, he's not going to be friends with me. You should never do that. I have never done, well, once I've done it because I'm human, kid times. But yeah, you know what I mean? I try and learn. So you should never say to someone, hey, well, don't follow that channel because they are them. Let people find out for themselves. You know what I mean? There's my own personal opinions on some channels, you know, people shouldn't follow, but that's life. I can't put my models on other people, otherwise you'd have no one in the chat. Because we all have our boundaries and models. And you know, when you're friends, you generally share some of them models, you know, so you can cope. And you know, I mean, how many times have you been with a friend and then you've heard someone say like something really bad, and you're like, how did I become friends with this? Because it's only when you then become more friendly, people let things out. You know what I mean? So anyone got outs? Do you want to ask? Yeah. So this is just a random, random spontaneous. You know what? I've hit 30,000, and before YouTube decides to take me the 20 odd subs that I've gone over, I'm going to celebrate it. So we're celebrating me hitting 30,000 before YouTube decides. You know what, Paul? You've had your glory now. You've hit 30,000. No more. See, that's what the official number is. 30,021. I've had I was actually on more, and when I've gone live, I've lost 7. So every time I go live or I do a video, I lose subs. Is that telling me I'm making no good? But yeah, I do appreciate people taking the time. So if you ever get time, check out the old videos, because you can see how I've come to what I have done. You know what I mean? So I'm just checking the chat out, seeing if anyone's got any questions. Thank you for joining. Green-eyed crow, I think or crow. I think I've said your shout out here now. Rad, Art Matters, they have Annette, Magda Star, Vertec. I think OIC. I think I've said. If not, I've said it again. It's crazy. My mum's not too bad. She's not well. Well, she because her skin's that thin now. It just gets sliced off. So I run around like with blood pumping everywhere half the time. But yeah, it's just a mad world. And I can't, you know, I do appreciate. I don't think I'll give you a shout out. Run Paul on the hill, old chap. Welcome to the chat. Mods never shit on the host, even if they don't agree. It was like I was in Ryder's chat the other day, and I'm not using the name, but obviously there was a person who didn't like who he had on, and I just said, listen, this is Ryder's channel. You know, please respect the host. You know, it's, you know, I'll put it here in it now if anyone wants to. I have changed it, so if you ever get to it, they're in the newer videos. I've done a barcode as well. And yes, I have tattoos. I've actually got one on the back of my neck here, an oriental scene. Love goods in the house. Yeah, I mean, you might not agree with who he has on GG, but it's not my channel. You know what I mean? I've said to Ryder, I'm a mod. I appreciate him giving me that, but you either watch it or you don't. You know what I mean? And that's what I was saying to people. If you don't like it, just move on. I've got a full sleeve, a little bit ones on here, and then one on my back and my neck. But that was many moons ago. Call it the Tat Show. Faith and repentance. See, so it's very hard. It is, and I'll be honest. It's very hard when you go into certain channels, and you're friends with a channel, and they've got some creep on, or some lady you don't like. It's very hard because you have your opinion, but you got to respect that. That channel. So if you don't like it, I always say to people, just flick off. Turn it off. It's there's loads of people we don't get, and that's why I stopped doing doing my own interviews, because I was getting people saying this Paul, this person, this person, and this person. It's like, I'm just interviewing. I'm not best friends. You know what I mean? It's just hard. So I'm just drama free, and I don't like listen to it. I don't know who that person is, unfortunately. I've done, like I said, I just look at differently from a different perspective and CERN, obviously, because of who the god of doorways is. We've all got a different perspective, but I will check her out. Thanks, Jess. It's hard to keep level. Listen, there's times when I get angry. You know what I mean? There's times when I just, vent. But, it's hard doing this, as you know. And there's no right or wrong. It's just your opinion. It's your channel. You know what I mean? And it's, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. And that's what people always have. People just have it, a thing. People just want to, it's hard. I mean, I'm not preaching. And, there's a lot of drama and things happen behind closed doors that people are always fighting. But think about it now, it's like, take this for instance, like you are having a party at your house, and you've invited a collection of, say, 10 friends. Not all 10 friends might know each other. So you're having them 10 friends in, and 3 of them friends don't like each other. Now, do you say to the host, listen, I'm going, Paul, I don't like this person because I don't want to create any drama and I don't want anything to happen? That's what I would do if it was me. I don't get on with this person. I may say something, especially if people drink. I don't drink, but you know what I mean? People start to loosen the tongue, and you're creating chaos. But you've not thought, like, you've been invited into a house as a guest. You're thinking about causing conflict and fighting. And that's no different with YouTube. It's just a bigger house, and people are coming in and they're interacting. I don't agree. It's like when people say, Paul, this person said this, can you block them? Why? If I feel it's unrespectful, I'll block them. But I don't want people to tell me what to do. I'm just like you guys. If you tell me what to do, I'll do the opposite. Maybe it's petulance. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. But yeah, we should just enjoy it. You know what I mean? And what I get in my head is, for instance, someone, be honest, name something you don't like eating in the chat, And think about it, if you don't like that and I came to you and force fed you that, you know, it's like, why would you? Why would you continue to be polite or don't, you know, something that makes you sick or angers you or makes you angry? Don't. I mean, I don't get this, GG. If I don't like someone for a reason, I'm going to tell you. I don't care what fucking channel. I just don't get that. It's like, you know, if you don't like me, don't watch me. But there's no need for that. You know what I mean? If you want to be blunt to people, I don't like Paul's channel, then I get it. You don't like my channel. I know you don't, but I'm not using you as an example. But if you don't like a channel, why go on it? Why take your time to go onto that channel and then say I don't like that channel? That's just what I don't get. Maybe that's just me. Do you know what I mean? I've never got it. You know what I mean? Everyone can be aggressive. Everyone can. Yeah, I know you do. I'm just using it as a bad example, but you know what I mean? If I don't like someone in the street, I think to myself, should I just say I don't like you to your face? Where's that going to get you? Pat for busting up, and sometimes biting the lip and walking away is going to save everyone a lot of trouble. You know what I mean? And that was just a bad example that I was using. But yeah, that's just who I am, and that's why I can't put my morals onto anyone else, but I can put my morals onto my channel. If that makes sense. Like I wouldn't say, like I said, I wouldn't say to you, you watch any other channel, don't do that because it's none of my business. You know what I mean? It is. It's none of my business. The only business I have is my channel, and that's it. You know, I just don't like seeing people getting hurt. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. You know what I mean? And attacking each other. I just don't see the time of it. We should be having a laugh. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. You know, I'm confident. You know, I've talked in front of thousands of people for various jobs. I've looked after what people class as celebrity and world leaders in other jobs. I've done things, and I treat everyone the same. I treat a billionaire the same as a person on the street. That's how I brought up. You know what I mean? I treat everyone with respect, and you know, people say they should deserve it, and sometimes, yeah, but you know, that's probably my fault. I treat everyone with too much respect, and then I get shit on. But yeah, we just need to celebrate it in 30,000 subscribers. And I know by what people have said in the chat and different things that there's a lot of thing going on in the community at the minute. Yeah, if you can fight in front of someone, you know you love them. That's what they say, innit? If you can fight in front of someone, you know you love them. You're comfortable with them. Oh, does she sing? Oh, can I? Oh, I don't. Have you got you know what? I never get time to look at people's channels. Do you do videos? Gigi singing? Am I missing something? Oh, right, let's have a look. I'm just typing in now because for some reason it won't let me. It won't let me go to it from here because obviously it's on. Oh, have you? Which I want to have a look. I can't see any videos saying singing though at the minute. But it sounds creepy, doesn't it? Gigi, I'm just watching you now. I'll have a look. There we go. So GG. Anyone else got any talents? Peter can fart. GG can sing. I can't sing. No, I'm going to put it on mute and see if I can listen to it. But as soon as you put anything that needs singing on, YouTube cuts it down. I want to have a look. You've intrigued me now, Rebecca Mardis, about GG. They already have it now. Astro Theolog. When I was trying to log in once, they were asking for ID and I never did it. So they are doing it now. Asking for ID because I've heard people talking about it. I scream in the shower. I sing like a cat. You know, when you sing in tune with a song, you think you're really, really good, don't you? We need a Black Sheep karaoke stream. Yeah, with Rob from Esoteric Nights and his song. Yeah, I'm watching you watching me. So if anyone is, I want to see if they stay with me a sec. I'm just want to see if this is right channel. There you go. That is GG. I'm assuming Abby Lynn's channel. So I don't know if she has anything singing on there. But hey, self-promote. You know what I mean? And we have, who do we have? Because you know what channels they're on. I've got them on the side, but there you go. That's Rob's channel from before. If people have gone, people I watch just have a different aspect. So let's stop sharing. I've got a wicked sense of humour. Really. I see humour in the places that you wouldn't want to do humour. You know what I mean? But yeah. That's what I should have done it. I really should have done it about Ben's channel. For some reason, the computer, when he invited me on his thing, and it came up with all his thingies. And I should have go live on his channel. I should have done because they'd have been freaking out. But you know what I mean? Some people, it's their living type of thing. You know what I mean? So sometimes I don't know when to stop. So we'll do just a few questions if anyone wants to ask anything. I don't know whether to laugh or say I'm sorry. Back to start. Honestly, I will laugh generally at anything. Jabberwocker. I've not watched that in ages. It's warm today. I don't know what you Americanos Americans have Celsius, isn't it? We have something totally different. We have it is 22 here today. T-shirt weather. You would, don't you? Experimental. You know what? That's my thing here. I read that as I need handcuffs. I'm like, I had to relook. Chris is in the house. Yeah, so if anyone wanted going on, I just wanted to do a quick random live, just saying thank you. So anyone who has hit that like button, who's actually here now. Thank you. And I do appreciate you. And please keep doing it. Let's see how long we can last. But yeah, I have done loads of other channels. If people wonder what I actually cover, oh, 16 up at Scotland. It's 22 here. I was out before with a t-shirt on. I've actually covered a lot of things on the channel. So people just want to look, there's categories, but yeah, you can just go down. And I've talked about so much. Yeah, I know it's a lot of Johnny Space, but there's so much other things. Always good to see you too. Well, yeah, like we were saying before, we all have a thing. If we had to put our morals on other people, you'd have no friends, wouldn't you? So sometimes, you know, you just have to. It's why I don't. It's why I said to people, as long as you leave it at the door, that's it. I don't, you know, you can fight anyone else. Oh, but I'm not a mod, but I'm not a mod in many places, you know what I mean? So we're okay. What I'm going to try and do, Marcus, is just do more and more humour stuff in it, you know, because when I'm at home, I don't know if this sounds weird to you guys. When I'm at home, I'm like talking, and it's like your voice is in my head. You know what I mean? So I always think, should I put this, and little funny bits just to break up the. Sometimes the monotony of the video, because I'd like to do a lot, but when you do a video, you get people. I don't like reading. Okay. I don't like music. Okay. I don't like pictures. Okay. Should I delete any videos then? You ain't gonna make everyone happy. So that's why I try and have a bit of both or all things in it to keep everyone happy. Sometimes I don't feel like reading out or doing my voice. I didn't even want to do my face in the first place, but people don't want to see. Sometimes they want to see a human face behind the voice. So that's why I did it, and just to show you, I think I'm normal, but what is normal? So you can see me behind the clothes. You know, who is behind here? I just hold Morgan's in house. David Bruce. So I do appreciate everyone. Yeah, so I'm going to finish off doing them. How many it takes me to do that book? But I don't know why I didn't just show you that before. Why didn't I just show you that? I have pads everywhere, but that was that symbol I was talking to you about before. That's what it was. That's what it becomes. And that is a variation of that. But I'm going to go through this book. No matter how long it takes me. I'm like, why did I start? Why did I start? Because I'm so active. I have a pad there. Oh, sorry. 2 pads. Oh no. 3. I've got pads everywhere. Just everywhere with ideas and musings and different things. Yeah. And a pad there. What's that? A book on. I've got a book on ruins. Well, 2 books on ruins. Norse mythology. I find it hard. That's not a bad one. Time Traveller's Guide to Medieval England. That contains loads of marks and different things. More pads. That's everyone's wondering what's behind me. So, you know, I do try and read as much as I can, but I find it very hard to read. I won't lie. Not just because I can't. It's the fact that I just get too many ideas. I'll read one line, and then it's 6 months later, I'm back on it. So, and I plan on getting more. I've got books over there as well, random places. So it's just when you get time. Sometimes, like I say, do you feel like putting your feet up and reading a book, or do you make content? So it's about finding that balance. Well, that's what I was going to do at the beginning, but you know, the hassle of people, oh, you synthetic voice, you're not really. So you understand, you don't put your face out there for anyone to read, because there's so many crazy people out there. The stuff that I get called would make your hair curl, and I would say I get pretty let off compared to a lot of people. I'm not here to create a wake to make people angry. I'm just doing what I want to do. But you're never going to make anyone happy. You know what I mean? You never. Yeah, I have notepads everywhere, side of my bed. You know what I mean? Not doing the Kama Sutra or anything. It's just full of ideas I have in the night. And that's one of the reasons I want to do that book of signs, because, yep, signs and symbols. Like, did I put it up? I've been left for us to see. If you think about your intention and the context of it, you know, sometimes we'll see a sign and we don't actually know the context, because each sign has another meaning if you knew the context. And sometimes we just see, for instance, a sign on something. It's like, well, is it on a church? Is it in a cave? What is the context? Because a lot of these signs are shared. I have put some ideas. Rebecca's just asking, am I throwing in my own guesses in the book? It's just, I can't. How would you put it? Like, for instance, there's 104 pages, and the last video was 59 minutes, and that was just 13 pages. So I'm thinking, I can't go into too much detail. For instance, among crosses now, you know, that's an intriguing one there. St. Andrew's cross, obviously, it's like Twitter's X and different things in it, but it's also known as a cross of the Romans and a boundary cross. So I will go into a little bit of detail on each one, if you know, but I was basically just going to read the book out, and I found some intriguing signs along the way, and thought I'm just going to give you a little bit of a, you know, shouting out. I mean, you know, when you get stuff like crosses indoors and stuff, it's intriguing. And hopefully people can get the book. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to the ruins. I will admit, if anyone's listening now, when you get to the ruins, some of this writing, how they've written it, I can't read. Not because I'm dyslexic. It's in a that Gothic type. So hopefully I can decipher that time I get to it. But it is fascinating, isn't it? Because obviously logos that are symbols, but it's funny that they call it logos, isn't it? Because logos is logos, another word for God and the word. It's amazing, isn't it? So I think about it, logos, at cymatics. It's just a fascinating. I'm trying to do, Mike, more collabs. You know what I mean? I try to. Like I said, some people do chat every now and again. They'll come into my chat and say hello. So I'm friendly with a lot of channels. But it's just find that time. I mean, some people, it took a year to get me on. You know what I mean? And I have a lot. Sometimes it's like, oh well, I've got 2 hours now. I can't be asked doing any of the video. I'm not saying anyone like Rob, like, you know. But yeah, you know, I'm very, very spontaneous, so that's why you just see me randomly turn up. But yeah, I plan on doing it. But a lot of channels don't like me as well, and that's fine. That's their own, you know, their own opinion. But also, I won't go on channels that are getting a lot of heat because people are not grown up. You know, if someone invited me onto the channel for a chat, people think you're best mates and you share everything they share. It's not. And I just can't be asked with people who don't be, you know, listen, I'm an adult, but I'm a kid as well, you know, because I have a humour side, but I'm respectful. I mean, people want to contact me. I mean, I'm on Twitter. I can't even give the email address out because people were using the email, setting me up to all sorts and spamming me. Even though it's a random thing, you know what I mean, and you can just use a throwaway address. It's just crazy, and I'm not. I'm so laid back. I just sometimes I'm like, "Ugh." But if you actually want to, if you're on Twitter, it don't matter if you're not on Twitter. It doesn't matter. But you know, I'm on the X just because you know it's easier to get links out there and think. I'm on Facebook, but if you want to go on Twitter, that's me on Twitter. And I'm only small on Twitter, but I'm not asked anymore. You know, I'm not really asked, you know, about things like that because yeah, it's that Twitter is, yeah, it's like that. You have big channels on there and like they're using your stuff and they don't realize it's you. But so anyone asks me anything, and you know, if I want to, you know, I always try and answer any question respectfully. You know what I mean? But I'm not one to like, oh, what do you think of this challenge? You think you know, I'm drama free. It's because me head so you know, when I had loads of her, maybe I could have got that, but I'm so stressed out with it at home with my mum and different things. It's like you don't need any more. I just like laughing and having a good fart and cooking from now and again. So funny, yeah. People don't realise I've been trained to be a chef also, so I can cook. I've briefly looked OIC on tectonics, but mainly due to the fact that I've talked about tectonics as the same. For instance, I see. Just put this on. A lot of people see. Well, that's what happens. People get to say. I mean, if I do something and I show, oh, there's a giant and that's a rock. People say, oh, and they'll throw another channel that's big on this topic. You're very rarely allowed to have a different opinion, are you? And go against it. I mean, my opinion on earthquakes are if, for instance, when you lay cement, you always have to leave a gap for it to breathe. So that's why I just briefly what I was talking is about tectonics and earthquakes. That's just a crust, but it's letting it breathe. You can only have so much of a flat plane you need to breathe. So it's basically like skin, and that's what's crossing over. And I've had so many opinions on earthquakes and different things, and what people think volcanoes are. I was talking about in an old video. Oh, what was it called? I was talking about volcanoes. Could they actually be sand volcanoes, like sinkhole type of things, and something else? Because that's what it produces. Let me see if it's on my channel, and I can say that for OIC. But whether you want to watch it is a different question. But I've done stuff on the Bank of England, the Time Machine, the Caduceus, and I try and don't do main stuff. You know, like what's happening, like false flag stuff, because you just get bowed down with restrictions from the poo tube. But the odd one I will do. I was trying to find. I did something on it many, many years ago. I'm just trying to go through my channel now, look down to get the name. Medieval Monsters, Tempest Fuji. It can't be close. There we go. Oh, I see. If you go down onto my videos, 6 videos from the bottom. Oh, nearly dropped it. There you go. Star Force, Earthquake, Liquefaction Protection. That's an old video. I think I talk about it there in a little bit, but don't quote me. I will. GG. I'm more and more videos. I'm gonna put random things in. You know what I mean, to have a laugh. And you wouldn't believe the people that just troll you for having a laugh in videos. But that's just me. I want to have a laugh. You know, put a random fart in somewhere or something. You know what I mean? People, what the bloody hell's going on? Or, you know, people message me to say, stop banging. I'm not banging. I'm moving. You know what I mean? It's hard to make videos. Oh, I don't know who Dave is then. Yeah, all right. I'll don't matter. I've took it as a compliment to me. GG. But yeah, you do need a lot of humour. But and that's what I ask from people now. Just look at what we call truth. How is it possible that you can look at a topic and say something totally different than anyone else has done? Why is that? And how is that possible? They shouldn't, should they? Because everyone has perspective and how you see things. We all see things differently. So that's never changed. You know, even if people were writing to a script, you'll see it in the script, you see stuff scrolled on the side because people have a different opinion. So, you know, like we were talking about scripts earlier on and people scrolling at the side, whoever's the director. Do you know what I mean? If GG, I don't know how long you've been, you have been with for a while. But if you, wrong one, where is it gone now? If you go to the Black Sheep Researcher on Odyssey, mixed in with all the crap that I've done, you will find, let me just scroll down, that you were just mentioning. Westworld symbolism. So, you know, that was a good video. And that's something what reminded me. I keep meaning to edit it and remake it now because at them times I was worse at editing. But things like, for instance, when you make metal, and things like that, you're a smither. You're a smither. That's what it's called. And as I was saying on Twitter or Ergs, I was saying, isn't it funny that people who make things like, for instance, the Agent Smith in the Matrix is a program, a Smith, a Smithy. And I even put that in a video and I talked about that many years ago. So I've done a lot. Me, I am, one of my friends did it years ago. That people call eccentric. I am on the cusp. I am either a Gemini or a Taurus. I'm on a cusp. And my birthday is in this month. And that's what I was basically talking in that video. I can't even, can I? If you get a strike for it, guys, you know, shouldn't get a strike for your own video, should you? Let me see if I can get it back up again. I always keep meaning to edit it and put it back on. Like people like Ginger Grin and stuff would have already seen it. Just for some reason, it doesn't want me to find myself. Why does it keep? I'll get there in a minute. It just doesn't want to find me. Oh God, the batteries must be going in because he's putting extra letters in. Oh, it's doing my head in this. Right. I just want to show people that I've done it. And if there's some, you know, I can just show you the intro, can't I? Because then you can decide if you wanted it going up. And it does, and you know, the reason I didn't make any more of them is because I've not watched the other series, if that makes sense. So I wanted to watch the other series so I could do it. But I'm going to see if I can just show you what I'm on about. The entire screen. I know people who we're watching, but as you can see, so there you go. That is from the old video. So if you don't want to wait till I get to it, just go to my Odyssey and have a look at them. I mean, they even have basically Alice in Wonderland because she wears a blue dress and things in that. You know, so I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if it came up. People just tell me yay or nay, did that come up? Because I don't know if that actually came up, because I'm not sure if it shared. So if that shared, just say yes, that did for anyone. So did people see that, or did it just go quiet for about a minute? Just let me know. I'll just let it wait. Oh, but it had no sound. Why did it have no sound? Because the sound, that was weird. So yeah, so if you want to go, you'll find it on there. But it had sound. I don't know why it didn't have sound. It should be sharing the screen. But yeah, I did that. But when did I do that? Because that was old when I uploaded that. June the 9th, 2020. So it's a tiny bit older than that. But originally that was on the old channel. So if you want to watch that, was it just porn playing? I don't know why they do that. I don't know why. If you're sharing the screen, you should have sound. Maybe there's something. Like I said, I don't make many lives, so I don't know about that. But if you actually want to watch that video, just go to the Odyssey channel, or Odyssey. If you're on there, type in the Black Sheep Researcher. That is the old channel that I used to have on YouTube, and some of the really, really old videos are on that. So just check it out, and that is Westworld. And I always thinking, should I do another video of that? But I've never watched series 2 or 3. I don't know if they're up to 3 because I know it got cancelled. But the first one is good, yeah. But yeah, I am on the cusp. There's people. I've actually been, Rob. I've actually been on a stream once a long time ago, and they got porn bombed, and we was live, and it came up porn. So I'm gonna go in a minute. I just want to know if anyone's got out. You want to ask? Yeah, 30,000 at last. We've been stuck. Imagine if it did that. Oh, it'd be so funny. I was laughing, but the host at the time wasn't. But yeah, there's so many good videos. Well, some good videos, some bad ones. But hey, there's always something on. Some things I always have to go back and revisit. Yeah, the times. It's so weird, isn't it? In 30,000, because I don't know if that's small or big. You know what I mean? But I've met some good people. Some of them are still here today and in my chat. You know what I mean? So when people show me respect, I show them back, no matter what people think of them. I did one, yeah. I've known Ben for 4 or 5 years. I think it's about that, isn't it? And we did a live stream once with who was it? It was about 4 or 5 people. Through different things. We've been friends since then. And yeah, he was one of the last lives I did with Ben on his channel, and the cult of rejects, and then obviously Ryder and different things. But there's not so many people you can do, but you know what I mean? It's just when I get time, and I'm very spontaneous, as that's why I'm on here now. And people said, hey, we're just having a chit chat. I mean, at the beginning, people can't like, yeah, you'd love loads, but with that comes even more weirdos and freaks and people who are not respectful. I just wish more people would be respectful in the sense of, but it is, the community is broken. And sometimes I'm trying to say, listen, let's be respect. I'm trying to be a person that people can, I'm in safe zone. You know what I mean? but it's hard. You know what I mean? Oh, well, they don't like me. And my voice, it's up and down, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's not long ago. If you go to Ben's channel, it'll be on there, I think. Um, Avatar. Maybe longer than a month ago. I don't know. But yeah, if you just respectful for me, you come in with chat, you respectful me, I'll be respectful back. You know what I mean? I'm just that easy going. I don't have any agendas, nothing. What do I use in a minute? I'm using Wondershare Filmora. That's what I'm using at the minute. And there might be better ones out there. That's just one that I came across years ago, and I'm getting better and better. I'm learning different things. It is hard work. Like I said, I'm learning as I'm going. Yeah, Avatar. If you go to Ben's channel, going live, it's 7 videos back. But yeah, like I said, I just have my own perspective on a lot of things, and I shouldn't. We shouldn't push what you think. For if you say this symbol is that, you shouldn't push it on other people. You see that, other people see this. You know what I mean? And that's what the community basically is. If you don't like this or follow that regime, what they say, you're wrong. It's like, oh, well, they're a better research than you, so they must be right. That's what I always say to people. Yes, we have a television, but we also have a library. So we can all do these things. And because some channel says X is this, why do we have to fall in line and say, can we not look for a different perspective? It's like X. I was reading that today and I didn't know that. It was talking about the Tau cross on, I think it's in Greek. It's in one of the Greek forms. It's known as an X shape. You know what I mean? So there's so many different things and different perspective on how we look at. She is a brain, is Lisa. She is that. I'll follow her on Twitter as well. Smart lady. So there's a lot of people who follow me, but they do know off channels. Sometimes I wish I didn't. Don't know why I bother. Because it's just the grief that you get. It's like, when you've had a long day and then you just look at your comment and it's like, you really had to tell me that I'm boring. You know what I mean? It's like, Mary Jane, thank you. Yeah, so I have done videos, as like I said, Ginger Green will back me up on this because she's watched them, unfortunately. But yeah, I was talking about the solo simulator, chemtrails, like so far back before it was so called, good to talk about it. And I used to get ridiculed and trolled on it. And now people are talking and doing it. It's like, I was doing that years ago. Welcome in. I'm going to go in a minute as well. Thanks, Jenny. Just coming as I'm going. Yeah, way back there. I think I did have a little follicle there. It was growing. And it's so funny because even I call her Ginger Grin and I know her name. I keep it that because people keep it, your name is sacred. And yeah, so that's all I want to do. I wanted to say a big thank you to everyone. It's not really anything that you go in this video. So yeah, if you're wondering why I was showing you clips of all videos and it was quiet, I didn't realize it was quiet. It had loud music. I actually put the volume up to 50 so you could hear, but what a waste of time that was. So yeah, just check them out on the old channels. I keep re-editing in and I'm going back, but yeah, I'm here like, don't listen to music this way. And he's like, why is it not? And you guys said it's not coming out. Kim bollocks. It does. I never realised how much it takes. I mean, I've had people, Dave, tell me that I was wearing a Batman t-shirt, that I was the devil. Seriously. I can't wear orange because it's Freemason color, even though it's a nice bright color. I like my favorite color is yellow. You know what I mean? You can't do anything. People say I'm a woman. There's a lot of crazy fukus out there that seriously, are you that crazy, or are you just trying to make yourself look different from everyone else? And that is, it does. So, you know, I always say people get out there and get some more people, more challenge, but you're opening yourself up. There's just, honestly, it's you can't do anything. You really can't. You know, like I said, when I talk, you know, when you're talking now, I'm talking. Sometimes I'm not used to camera, and I'll scratch my nose or do something like that because I'm nervous. I don't like looking at the camera. Oh, you touched your nose with your left hand. You're a mason. It's like, oh, scratch my ass. Oh, that's the secret ass shape. And it's like, so come on, guys. You know what I mean? You have to be. You know, people are just accuse you of anything. It's easy. Oh, you're a Satanist. Like Morgan's talking about. Why are you a Satanist? Because you're talking about things that you don't like. So it's easy. So what you do is, it's schoolboy. You know, school playground, and someone's calling you. They look you up and down. They're judging the book by its cover. Oh, you have that coloured hair, right? I'm going to call you that. Oh, you've got big ears, or your nose is bigger, or you've got this and that. And that's what it is. So they're saying they know you from watching the clip on the video when you're talking about a generic topic. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't care who you are, what you do. Come into the chat, have a laugh, be respectful, take your mind off the shit life out there, and that's it. By the way, he really has a secret arse shit, guys. He really does. If you ever do a live with him and you're going backstage, yeah, his page actually is his bum cheeks with his thong, and he does his arse shake, and then it opens up. So, you know, in fact, let me just. I'm going to actually mute now because I'm going to have a fart. Oh, lovely. Oh, you know what I mean? So, hopefully, everyone's having a blast. I appreciate you coming today because it is so random. It's like 5 minutes before I was going to go on. Yeah, and I've got, you know, I'm so respectful sometimes that, you know what, I'm not going to show me humour, but I'm not holding anything back anymore. If I see someone else say it, you know what I mean? And it gets you in trouble. I know I can see a point what Gigi was on about. Sometimes if, you know, you are straight shooter, you do get it in your face, but that's who you are. That's who you are, isn't it? You know what I mean? And my humour is, you know, kid-like at times. But like I said, when you have a stressful day, you just want to let your hair down, don't you? No. Don't get me into your things now, Roberto. Like I was saying, he can play with his thong on that Fistful of Dollars tune. You know, the spaghetti westerns. That's what he can play with his butt cheeks on his thong, the thong on like that vibrating. That's how good he is. He really is. That's a talent. I should have done that on Ben's, but you know, he'd never have forgiven me. So I'm gonna go. Yeah. What can people expect from me in the future? I'm just gonna carry on. Like I said, I'm gonna have a little bit more humour in my videos. I'm just gonna. If you like him, you like him. You don't, you don't. You know what I mean? You do get to that stage when you get older and older and older, and you don't care as much. I mean, we all care about, you know, when you do get views and such. But you know what I mean, guys. I am what I am, unfortunately. And sometimes, like I was saying the other day, we do project our morals onto other people, and you can't, you know, if, oh, you follow that channel and I don't like that channel, I'm not going to say, you know, we are who we are. So anyone got anything before I go? My keyboard was playing up before. It took me ages to type anything in. I've got Gigi Abilene Sing on to watch later. We're all black sheep. We're all flockers. And we shouldn't be ashamed of saying so. In the future, I'd love to have some t-shirts. I did actually make years and years and years ago, thinking it would be an easy thing to do. I got one made and never got round to it. I'll have to show you when I find it the other day. It was a black sheep researcher holding up, in a mug shot with a black sheep. Some of you will have seen it in the olden days. I don't have a book, David. I find it hard reading, but I always plan on doing something. I am so honestly slow. Like I said, I'm sorry to use Ginger Grin's name, but I was called a troll for not having a paywall. I was called a troll for not having to buy me a coffee or anything like that for 5 years. People call me because I didn't want to take anything. I was always saying it should be, I just appreciate you guys coming into my chat and that's it. You know what I mean? And as I've gone back, I've had to that's the only thing I've wilted on is that buy me coffee and that was it. But the grief I used to get by people demanding, I just like doing it. I like sharing ideas. And, I'm not in it for monetary gain, but it does help the channel for obvious reasons because everything is expensive. But I just appreciate you guys sharing the channel. I remember Avatar fighting at a funeral. I was at a funeral and I fighted on the wooden pews, and it was very loud, and everyone was laughing. And that's the best thing, I've kept saying I don't know what that is with Godrill Master. I've never watched him. People call me the English version, but I wish people would go and say, "Oh, you're the black sheep." You know what I mean? I always get told I'm this or this and this. I've never got. I just found it hard reading the book. You know what I mean? And it's the time, effort, it's the cost as well. It's like I don't, because times are hard. We all have it, and sometimes listen. There's no harm in people saying that they want to make money on YouTube and have it as a career. I have no qualms about that, but people sometimes go too far and everything's behind a paywall, and you feel if you want to be part of the cool gang or whatever, you have to pay. And I just want it where you can come onto my channel, and if you do want to buy me one. But if you don't feel pressured into it, and that's what I've always been, unfortunately. You know what I mean? It's like, and for instance, like t-shirts and stuff like that, I've got to see the quality myself, because if someone's paying hard-earned money, I want to know that they're getting something. I'm not about money. I haven't any, because I give it all me children. I just give them, you know what I mean? I'm happy if they're smiling, because you should be all about your family. Life and family's hard, you know what I mean? Hard work. But we all, like the song, we always need someone to love. Whether it's someone that you respect and watch on here. But if Peter Louse, he doesn't do it from, because we don't get any really money, really, do we, for doing this? I mean, I couldn't tell you what channels with loads and loads of views get, and they're getting, I mean, I've seen them sometimes when it's monetized and they get $300, $400 and it keeps going. I wouldn't know, but I wouldn't change. But you know what I mean? I just want it to be somewhere where you can go and you don't feel you have to. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I'm going to put a fart in one of my videos, experimental. So if you hear a fart, I'm not going to mute it. I'm going to let it rasp. The Phantom Raspberry Blower. Do you remember that? The two Ronnies. The Phantom Raspberry Blower. Yes. But yeah, if people did it for money, people always think because I had a hard stance on it, I hated people who did it. I don't. Just be honest about it. No one begrudges anyone making any money. I sometimes call it like for people the stupid tax. For it's so hard work and we have to deal with so many crazies. The crazy tax. But yeah, if you want to make money on it, people make money on it. But don't pretend that you're doing it for other reasons. Just say I'm doing it for money and I'm doing it for this, and then people will respect you a lot more. I mean, I would anyway. You know what I mean? Just be honest about it. And if people want to know stats, you can. Oh, if you just go to any search engine and type YouTube stats, you can actually go to something, and it tells you the stats on channels. And the ones that I don't know what sometimes don't appear on it. I don't know what they've done, but you can type in YouTube stats, and I think it's actually called Social Blade. And you can type in a channel that you want to check up on. You can just see it there. It's Social Blade, and you can just type in the channel, and it'll tell you everything you want to know. So I'll type mine in now. Let's see what it says about me. Ooh, and it gives you a grade. Oh, there you go. So live and view, so you can actually see. I'm a C plus. I'm a C plus. Total grade, and it tells you everything: subscribers, how much money that you could make each month. It's saying, well, my subscribers, if I put in an estimate, I could make between £52 and £826. And the views in the last 30 days, wow, I didn't realise I was up that much. So, and that any channel you can type it in, and it'll give you recent videos, so you can see how recent it is because it's got the what I've put up now, and there's projections. It's saying by the May the 24th, I should be on 30,100 subscribers. So let's see if that does it like that, because I haven't moved in a long time. So you know what I mean? But it shows you. I mean, if you look at my views, I used to get like 30, 40, 50,000. Remember, my biggest one's 200 odd. And now I'm just getting 5 because YouTube is just stopping you. People didn't like me because I was getting more than them. But yeah, it's so funny. I'm a C plus. Oh well, it's better than something, hey. So anyone quickly want to say it because I want to go because I'm hungry. My belly's rumbling. Hopefully everyone's had a good afternoon. You know what I mean? I didn't want it to be anything but just a thank you and a laugh. And don't blame me if anyone subs. That's why I always say. That's why I always say pay it forward. Do you know what I mean? And I did some of that today. You know what I mean? And people need to do more of it. I just like being nice to people. People sometimes don't know what to do with it. Ginger grin, they look at me when I smile and say hello. Like, God, is he going to rob me? That's just won't be hard in society, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm going to just do what I want and when I want. Not like I'm not now, but you know what I mean? I'm just tired of all the bullshit. So I want to give everyone a quick shout out who's giving me time. Paul, do you ever fast? What's the longest you've fasted you've on your occasion? Well, I had my breakfast this morning. Does that count? I just eat when I can. I try and have 3 meals a day. I've never fasted. I know people say you can fast and there's so many benefits to it. I've never done it. I just love food. Like I say, I'm a trained chef, so I've always loved food, and I've always known the properties of food. You know what I mean? And you got to think about what is good food these days, because even if they say it's organic and this, it's not really. You know what I mean? So you just got to try and eat what you can, which is hard when you're in my situation because you don't get a chance to do it. I do have to bite my lip, so yeah. I just love food too much. Do you know what I mean? Maybe, like I said, I used to train more and eat more. Because also I used to be when I was younger, when I was, what would you say, he's in your prime. But yeah, when I was in my late teens and 20s, I wanted to become a rugby player. I was fast. I was a sprinter. So fasting and eating wrong then, so I've always known. Basically, I am what I am now. People always say, "Oh, when did you become a truther?" And I've never changed. What I'm saying now, I've said since I could talk. Because I've just been in a scenario with my mum that she just said you can say what you want, and she's always shown me anything I wanted. So I've never changed. But yeah, I am. Like I said, I'm just. Yeah, like I said, people can do it. I don't judge anything. You know what I mean? But I also know some people don't realize the importance of food, if that makes sense. Um, I've not spoke to her in a while, but she's a clever lady. She was on Riders a long time ago. Um, she she's funny. Timeless Cookery. I think she's on Instagram. Very smart lady who does foods and gaps and different things like that. Because if we, there's so many information out there. Don't eat fast. Do this. Eat that meat, or well, you can't eat meat. You have to do this, and you can't. So there is a lot of information out there. That's what I started off doing, and then I went into looking after VIPs. Is that, Joe? Is that I fart sometimes without realizing it, or is it fast? I intermittent farting, if that counts. Loads of things I've been. Butcher, been a butcher. I know what about meat a lot. Um, but I've done so many things. But I'm, when people say you this or this and this, I do. My brain is very active. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? My brain is active all the time, and it's hard to get it to turn off. And I'm always looking at one topic, and then my brain's telling me to do another topic, and that's why I find it hard making a video. You know what I mean? I started it, and I want to do something else, which people would have watched it. So I'm going to give everyone a shout out, and then I'm going to go. So we've got Knights of Malta, Esoteric Knights of Malta, Rebecca Mardis, Morgan. Now I'll pronounce that. I'll put it on screen. Morgan Maristeri, Green Eyed Crow. I got it right that time. Joe Cool. There was a name that I spotted there. Where's it gone? Good Ship Lollipop. I'm not looking because it was food. I'm not looking. I'll have to take a name up quick. There you go. There you go. Experimental Elemental. Ginger Green, of course. Avatar, Time, Q, Celador. When I always see Q, I think of Q from Star Trek. Loyal Tanji popped in there. I didn't see him coming in. Magda Star, Robert Page, Kat Evangeline. Who else have we got? Sherry Aloni, R2 Me Too. I love the name. Who else? John Dunning. I just appreciate everyone coming in. I know it's a little chat, and I should do it on set times, so we'd have more in, but it's just a thank you and a quick chat, you know what I mean, guys? It's not like just JP. Look at him putting in for a shameless plug. I don't know. You'll do anything. And I shouldn't be telling this, but Rob just messaged me, Stoic Nights in Malta, and he's working on a new tune on his song. That's some talent. I did some walking today. That's what I actually did this afternoon. A bit of walking. So I'm going to go. I appreciate everyone coming out. And for anyone who's wondering why it went quiet, if you're watching this later, I was just showing you videos off my old Odyssey. If you ever want to go back and see some of the things that I started off, I don't like the camera now. I get fidgety and I don't like really looking at it. But back then I was like, I didn't move. I was like I was holding my breath. I'm just reading things. So yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate you coming on today just for you know what I mean? Appreciate all the love, the support, people being respectful, because I know there is certain things going on in the community in a minute, and I do have people who are on both sides of the fence in the chat. So you can just see the predicament I'm in. You know, I don't want to have any of it. I just want you guys to just have a great laugh and appreciate and just watch whatever carp rubbish I'm putting up on. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't remember its name now. What is that game before I go? I have actually an old game that I do play now and again. Your name reminded me of it. Oh, was that it? I'm just trying to think of an old game that I used to have. Oh, what's it called now? Oh, bloody hell. I'll have to find it again. Is it Nine Man Morris? Is that it? No, I've heard an old medieval board game. Nine Man Morris. Yeah, that's it. It's a good game. If anyone wants to play an old board game, you can still buy it today. Nine Man's Morris, it's called. You can get it cheaper than that. Wow, there's an old one going there for 120 quid. That looks a nice one. But yeah, I like brain taxing games like that. But yeah, if anyone wants to know what I'm going on about, there's a board game I used to like playing. It's called Nine Man Morris. It's been around forever. You can just see the old pictures of it. Give it a try out. Give it a look up. So take care. Have a great day. Yeah, check out those 11s. Please check out my old videos. I won't be too long with another one. I've just not long started part 2 of the book, and that'll be out for you all guys soon. So ciao, see you later. Have a good day. Happy fasting, happy farting, or whatever you guys do in your spare time. Even Rob with his songs, Rebecca with her chains, Ginger. I'm not saying what Gingerin has. That's a secret between me and her. and everyone else, Cat has a dungeon, just JP, or you don't know what just JP has. You know, that would make you think. Right, guys, take care, stay safe. Max just saying hi. Max Warbrick, take care. Love you all. And I'll see you soon. And I will plan on doing some more lives and actual set times so people can actually join in. And we'll have topics. I used to do a weekly live show. When I get time, we'll do something like that again. I'm just random. I'm that person who just turns up at your door. You've not talked to 10 years and go, hi, you said I can come round anytime. That's me. Take care, stay safe. Always want to smile. Be kind. And do one good deed. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.